So as you guys know, the new Absolute Batman issue #1 has come out, and everyone has already talked about it, so I figured to give you guys my 2 cents. Please don't mind the lighting. I'm doing this right after I got out of the gym. But minor spoilers ahead. I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff that happens in this issue. I'll try to allude to it more than outright spoiling it, but spoiler warning regardless. We start things off getting introduced to Alfred, and we find out that Alfred is not in the service of the Waynes. Actually, the Waynes are not rich socialites in this universe, and Batman himself is not rich. And we find out that Alfred is in fact an agent or secret agent. And while this has been told to us beforehand, we find out that Bruce is actually friends with many of his rogue gallery. Like, he grew up with them. They are childhood friends. And some of them aren't bad guys yet. So we see here Killer Croc, who runs the gym that Batman goes to for boxing. And of course, we get a lot of action in this issue. The Absolute Batman, at least visually, is very reminiscent to the Dark Knight Returns Batman. And similarly, he can be best described as being very brutal or barbaric, but also very precise with what he does, as opposed to the regular universe Batman, who's a little bit more finessed with his actions. And without revealing too much, this Batman has a unique arsenal of weapons and equipment. He's a lot lower tech than the regular Batman, which makes sense. He doesn't have the money to go along with his equipment, but still a unique array of weapons. And as stated before, this Batman, or this Bruce Wayne, is a bit more of a common man. He works in construction. He works for the city. He doesn't have as much money. So it gives him a unique perspective as a character, as a hero. And without revealing too much, we find out some unique stuff about his family, about the deaths that happen, and how this Batman is completely different with his relationships to his parents. And, again, spoiler alert, but we see the first makings of the Joker at the end of the issue. All in all, Absolute Batman is a fun ride. It does exactly what an alternate universe Batman comic or any superhero comic should do. It gives us something that's very familiar, but also very different. It feels true to who the character is, but also different enough that you're intrigued to see what happens next. The only thing I wish we got more of in this issue, which I'm sure we're going to get in the next few issues, is more about who Bruce is as a character. We see a lot more of the Batman than we do see of Bruce Wayne. And while I have a general idea of what this Bruce Wayne is like, I still would like to know more. All in all, this is a fun issue, and if you want to get into Batman, this is a great way to jump on without years of continuity to catch up on. It's a fresh start for the character in an alternate universe, and is a overall fun ride.